Alright everyone, I'm changing out these fuel injector O-rings. I just got the heads back from the machine shop and I wanted to show you how to change out the O-rings. This is a GMC, this is actually a 2018 model LT engine, which is a direct injection. I had to pull the injectors, fuel rail out in order to get the heads clean and resurfaced. As you can see, it's been resurfaced right here. But I wanted to talk to you about how I went out about changing out the injector O-rings, which is all right here. I know that there's a special tool that a lot of people say that you need to use, but I didn't use any special tools. I'm going to show you right here how I did it, and it worked perfectly. Went in, no issues, and everything torqued down correctly. First off, I did want to tell you that if you have to remove the injectors out of the head, they are kind of a pain, especially whenever they have carbon buildup. If you look right here, they protrude into the combustion chamber right there. And whenever it has a bunch of carbon buildup on there, they're pretty hard to get out. And you don't want to pry too much on the injector yourself. You also don't want to pry too much on the actual fuel rail, because if you do, you could actually bend the fuel rail. Whenever I took them out, I wiggled it out enough to where I could get the screwdriver underneath the mounting point right here, and then I just barely did each mounting point just a little bit of time, wiggling it really slowly, just a little bit of time. And yes, it took quite a while, but that's how you have to do it in order to not damage anything. Fuel injector rail is going to set right in here. Here's the 4 bolts. So once you get it off, once you get the head ready to go back on, you're reassembling it. We'll go ahead and do that process now. Okay, so right here is the fuel rail. Here is the tools that I use in order to change the fuel injector O-rings and everything. So first thing you're going to need to do is bring the fuel rail over and pop the clip off from it right here. And of course you do need to take your electrical connector off, so just pop the safety clip off. Don't pull down on the injector itself too much, but go ahead and squeeze that out and remove that. Then take you a big screwdriver and just put it right in here on both sides and just rotate it. Put your finger on top right here so it doesn't come flying off. But once you get that up right there, I'm going to go ahead and remove that by hand. I'm going to slide this back down. Now I use this piece right here in order to pry it out. You can see the injector is just stuck in there, and these are pretty tough to get out. A lot of people like to wiggle them. I don't. I normally I'll have this piece down in here, and you bring it out just slightly so there's a little bitty gap there, and then put your screwdriver right in that gap, and then use a second screwdriver, put it on the other side to where they're on the opposite sides, and then twist your screwdriver. So whenever you twist your screwdrivers, you can see how it's working it out. And again, be careful, don't hit this too hard right here, you know, the plastic piece with your screwdriver. But you can see how that's coming up. That's a whole lot easier than sitting there wiggling it for 10 minutes trying to get it out. So once it gets up to that part, I'm doing a kind of a crisscross like this with my screwdrivers. And once you see the O-ring come up right there, then you should be able to grab it and go ahead and wiggle it out with your hand. And the black O-ring, you can see how it's tore up right there. Then you go ahead and remove this one. It's a split washer. Now if there's any debris down in the passage right there, go ahead and take some compressed air or something and blow it out. Make sure there's no black O-ring down in there. Go ahead and drain the rest of the fuel out that you have so it doesn't keep getting all over the place. Put it in an oil pan. Okay, so you already took the 2 seals off there, and then, which is up here. Then you'll need to take these 2 lower ones off. Now I use a little pair of zip tie clips. So if you just take the zip tie clip and just come to the very edge, and this one's actually, yeah, there we go. Just gonna, it doesn't take very much normally to cut these off. Just clip it like that, and then do the same for the next one. Okay, so Once you get those two off, you can go ahead and pull this seal off. Just go ahead and slide it down. Now I'm going to take this over there to the bench grinder, and I'm going to get all the debris off from this. And whenever I say bench grinder, I mean like I've got a rotary wire wheel on there, and that's what I use to clean it, so you can see how clean it is and it didn't scratch it up at all. But and also make sure that you try to clean the tips out right here. Might take some carburetor cleaner and spray it on there. But once you get to this point, you're pretty much ready to start putting the seals back on. Now I was using a Velcro kit right here. It's a ES73-128, which has all the seals inside of it. Okay, so you've got these two right here that goes on the top. You'll put your split washer on first. You just push it over like that and take your other one, push it on top of it. Now once you get those two on, then you'll work on the bottom down here. You'll have a package of these little washers right here, like what you took off. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch it out just slightly with this. Not very much, but I'm just going to stretch it out just enough to get over the tip of the injector. And then I got a piece of cardboard right here that I'm doing my work on. So if you'll watch, I didn't stretch it out that much. I'm using the stretched side. I put it over the end just like that. Now once I get it over the end, I'm going to actually flip it over and use the cardboard. I'm going to push downward. And now I'm not holding the injector on the plastic part, I'm holding it on the mount part. But I turn it over and I push downward on the seal. And it's kind of hard to show you, but the injector itself will go into the cardboard, and then the cardboard will actually push up on the seal to where it puts it on the end like that. And then you'll flip it over and you can just run it around with your fingernails so that you're not stretching it hardly at all. You can see how I pushed it on there. Now go ahead and push it into where it's supposed to be, right there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the other one and do the same process. I'm going to just stretch it out just slightly enough to help me get over the end of the injector, but not so much that it really stretches it out. I'm going to show you with the light, but it's kind of hard the way I got the camera set up. Okay, you can see right there how I pushed it down. Now I'm going to use my fingernails and just work it around slightly. Get that around. I'm pushing my nails on the very edge of the seal, and you can see right there. Now I'm just going to pull it down and right into place. Okay, so now you got the seals right where they need to be, all the way across. Okay, so whenever I'm putting the injector back in the rail, I'm going to use just a little tiny bit of very little grease. I'm going to put it on the green O-ring. You're not even going to really be able to see the grease. You just put a really light layer on there, and then you're going to make sure that this end is clean. This right here, if it did come off, it locks in. You can see where it's supposed to go, so you'll just bring it over and then just slightly press it back up in there like this. Kind of wiggle a little bit and push it all the way up in there. So once you get it up to right there, then you'll take your clip. It can be on a flat surface like this. You don't want to put too much pressure on your injector. Just take your spring, line it up. It's easier in the other direction. I usually do it with the injector facing away from me, but I'm trying to show you on the camera. Just kind of grab a hold of the fuel rail, take you the end of a screwdriver, and just kind of bop it. You can see where it's locked back in, and then you can move the injector back and forth, and you can see whenever you flip it over that it is fully seated and it's locked into place all the way around. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. You can see how dirty and gunky they are, but I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these injectors. Once I get all these seals swapped and put the injectors back in, I'll come back and I'll show you how I put them in the head. Okay, so once you get all your seals replaced on your injectors, just take the final seal and pull it over and just set it right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take these seals right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of lubricant on them. And once I get the lubricant on all these seals on the injectors, I'm going to wipe the excess off. So make sure that you orientate your head correctly and don't put them in the same direction for both sides. This one's going to be used on the left side of the engine, the driver's side. So the electrical connector right here is in the back. So I'm going to be flipping it over like this, making sure the electrical connector stays in the back as I'm placing it down into the head. Go ahead and take some air. Make sure it's cleaned out. Now if you look down in the hole, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but if you look down in there, the hole has an actual curvature to it. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see this, but if you look down in the hole right there, I got it zoomed way up, so it's bigger on the outside, and then it gets smaller as it goes in. Right down there is a coned lip. Okay, so I've got the lubrication on the injector seals on all of them right here. I've got it oriented like this. Now I'm going to just set it up in here, and once I get the tips in the holes, then I'm going to start wiggling it around a little bit. I'm going to push on the outside, the center. I can kind of feel it cushiony, like it's trying to go down that cone down in there. Okay, so once I do that, I'm going to pull it out now, and I'm going to look and make sure that each one of these, if you look really closely, you can see that the ends of the seals are actually coned where it was making contact with that cone inside of the journal there. So now we're going to just go right back up in there, a little bit more force with your hand. Now I'm going to go ahead and start screwing in the retaining bolts, keeping it straight, keeping the rail straight with my hand. Now once I bottom it out with my hand, I'm going to get me a 1/4-inch ratchet with a 13 millimeter socket and go ahead and slowly tighten them down. I'm going to start right here, go here, there, and here. So each time it's going to be to where it's even pressure all the way down, and slowly suck that fuel injection rail down. Now you can kind of see how far we have to go right here, but I'm going to go ahead and start taking it down. Alright, I'm just going to just barely do it, just put a little bit of pressure, and that's it. I'm not cranking it down, I'm just putting a little bit of pressure and going back, doing it again, and crisscross, just a couple turns, and that's it. And it'll slowly work the fuel rail down. You can see right here where now the gap is slowly getting smaller. Alright, once you have it down most of the way, you'll start feeling the bolts get really snug. And now you can see right here that the fuel rail is snugged onto the head. And if you'll look right here, you'll see the injectors just barely protruding. Not quite protruding, just barely at the bottom of those holes. Alright, so once you get to that point, then go ahead and take you a torque wrench and torque down your fuel rail bolts. Now, from what I looked up, it's supposed to be like 18 foot-pounds or 216 inch-pounds. Yours may be different. You want to always check with the manual that you're using for your application to make sure that you torque them down correctly. And always go over it a second time whenever I'm torquing things down, just to make sure that everything is seated down. But that's how you do your injector O-rings and replace it on your LT engine. Should apply. This one's a 2018. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for me, like it, share it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching again, everyone.